Hey everybody, we're here at Bears Best, getting ready for the Children's Miracle Network 8th annual Play for the Kids tournament. Well, part of our ongoing instructional series, we're getting ready to have a little video from Holly Fogel with accessories that you need for golf. So folks, get ready. Here's our third video in the instructional series. We look forward to helping.
Okay, so over the years doing the golf tournaments, each year, 8 times now, we're on our 8th annual Children's Miracle Network golf tournament. Each year I have come across situations that if I had had a certain accessory with me, I would have had a better outcome. So I have decided to compile a few of the things I've learned over the years and which accessories you can have and bring with you to the tournament to make your experience that much better. Okay, the first thing that happened to me, my ball went in the water. I was very upset because I know that you're supposed to count that as a stroke or a penalty stroke. Right. Rules were meant to be broken in golf, trust me. So I decided and I noticed that all the water, none of it's very deep. The water is not very deep, it's just nobody wants to walk in there. So what I decided the following year, which was just, it worked fabulously, something you definitely want to consider for this year, I just brought along a few floats. Ordinary floats, chuck them in, a noodle or a household regular swimming pool float works great. The buoyancy keeps you afloat while you go ahead and hit your shot out of the water. Works great, so definitely bring your floats along. The next thing that happens, sand. Sand is not your friend. I know they call it, oh, you're in the beach. Well, guess what? The problem with this, it doesn't feel like a beach. You've got to have the beach atmosphere. If you have the beach atmosphere, you get out of there much quicker. So, since you already have your floats with you, you can throw the floats in the sand. Bring your chair. Now you have a beach setting, so it feels a lot better. You're much more likely to get the ball out quickly. And if you can't, just take a seat, relax, get a few rays, it'll put you in the mood. You'll be out of the sand in no time. The next issue that came up is putting. Putting for some is easy. For others, it's very difficult. But it all comes into reading the greens. You've all heard that term before. The problem with that is that the first few years I was out here with sunglasses. Well, it's very hard to read the green when you can't see. So make sure you bring your readers. That way, you're properly and accurately reading the greens. So I know when I mentioned accessories, I'm sure your first thought was expensive. I can relate with you. Everything about golf seems to be expensive. That's why I've decided over the years to make some improvisions and bring things right from home. So all the accessories today are household items that you can easily bring. Now, one year, I had a ball fall into this rough. And it doesn't seem like it would be such a big deal, but trust me, it was a big deal. It took me several times to get my ball out. So what I decided, the first year, I had to walk around the ball. I just walked around the ball several times. But it took a while to flatten out the grass well enough for me to finally get the ball out. So, throw a pair of handy scissors in. That's all. Your ball's right here, no problem. Just snip away. I don't think this affects any rules at all. Snip the grass away. Now I have a nice, clean shot, easy to get out, and it was a lot quicker than walking around the ball several times trying to flatten the grass. Now the other thing comes up quite a bit. Distance reader, yardage finder, range feet, whatever they're called expensive. You don't know what club to use. You don't know how far out you are. I solved that 2 years ago. Household binoculars. Now I know you're thinking binoculars. Binoculars are not going to tell you how far the next shot is. Yeah, they are. You strategically play a safe distance behind the opponent in front of you. And then when they stop, you take out your binoculars and you simply watch and see what club they're taking out, write it down, and then you try to hit where they just left off from. That way you always know what club to use, and you do not need to have any type of rangefinder or anything. Binoculars, baby. And my final tip has to do with the glove. Those gloves that they sell are like a second skin. They're so thin. I mean, they hold the grip, but my hands got very tired and sore by like the 5th hole. So I know they say you shouldn't be hitting the club that fast or that hard or holding it that tight, but trust me, you do anyway. Everybody does. They say they don't. Yeah, they do. So bring your winter gloves. These provide lots of cushion. Lots of cushion, and they have a really good grip. So my hands never hurt the whole round. Last year was a breeze because I had my trusty, thick, cozy, comfy gloves. So make sure you bring a pair of these. And last but certainly not least, my most favorite accessory of all at the Children's Miracle Network Golf Tournament on Columbus Day this year at Bears Best, you have to stay hydrated. Very important. Don't forget your beer.